What's up, everybody? This is your boy, Ramar K. Leach, aka Musical Prof. We are Oberlin. Fearless. Yeah. That's my alma mater. Anyway, I'm just making this video. I'm going to make this kind of short. I don't want to be stuck here for a long time. I just want to get something off my chest. Yes, I'm smelling my finger. So what? I'm just thinking about some things. Number one is this country. The other ones are kind of personal, and I'm not going to really focus on those right now. But I want to actually speak on the state of this country. From my own personal opinion, I think the health of this country is very poor. And I'm not just talking about physical health. I'm talking about physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. This country's health is poor. It's terrible. It's the worst health state I've ever seen in my entire life. And I've only been on this earth 23 years. 24, technically. It's the worst health state ever. I mean, think about this. The way that I see it right now, we have an office, presidential office. If you remember from government back in high school or middle school, they taught you that there are three branches of government. You have the executive, the legislative, and the judicial. And these are basically the people that run the country. And essentially, they all have checks and balances, basically, right? The executive branch is composed of the senators and House of Representatives. Well, actually, I take that back. The legislative branch is composed of the senators and House of Representatives. The executive branch is composed of the president and his cabinet. And the judicial branch is composed of the Supreme Court and the judges underneath that. Just gave you guys a government lesson. Congratulations, for those of you who didn't know. Anyway, the executive branch, the president is basically commander-in-chief. And he has the authority to send the country to war if he wants to. The problem is that it wasn't always that way. The legislative branch and the judicial branch also actually had to give him approval to go to war. Now he doesn't need approval from the executive or the judicial branch. He can just go to war whenever he wants. I don't know when that change happened. I don't know why. But that's a problem. Number two, the small amount of people within the government. I just want you to actually think about something. Also, let me make this statement and make sure. Don't take my word for it, because I'm only expressing what I think. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I'm pretty sure that what I'm saying can be backed up. This is my own personal opinion. If you have other information and you would like to tell me about it, just comment. Leave me a comment, send me a message, send me a link. I'll read it, and blase. You know, I'll even dialogue with you about it if you want me to. But I will not argue, because I don't feel like arguing. I'm just getting some thoughts off my chest. Well, thoughts out. Anyway, number two, the second part of this. You have a small amount of people in power in the government. These are the people that we voted in as citizens of the United States. Because apparently this is supposed to be a democracy. Personally, I don't see it as a democracy anymore. I'm starting to see it more as a dictatorship. Why? Because the president is up top, basically. Everybody was so behind this man, Barack Obama, as the first black president, which in actuality, he wasn't the first black president. If you do some research, you'll find that John Hanson, back in, I think it was 1786, I want to say. Don't quote me completely on the date. But John Hanson, he was actually the first black president. And this was before George Washington, by the way. Back to what I was saying. Everybody was behind this man, Barack Obama. Also, again, don't take my word for it. Go look him up. Go look up John Hanson. See what you can find. Take it, read it, digest it, believe it or not. But don't attack me because I'm just giving what I'm saying. What I feel or what I think, okay? It's my opinion. Back to what I was saying. Everybody was behind this man, Barack Obama. But if you actually look and see what he's been doing, you'll see that this man is not the same guy that you guys voted into office. A lot of people voted this man in because they thought he was going to do something for this country. When in actuality, he's doing more against this country. He's hurting the citizens of this country by signing in laws that basically destroy the basic fabrication of this country. The citizens of this country are the fabric. We are the foundation. We are what make and break this economy. I want you guys to think about this. When you go and buy something, how much tax is on it? In Illinois, it's now 10%. It might be more. I think it might be 11% now. I don't know. In New York, I'm pretty sure that they're up to 15 or something percent. Maybe more. Because they're a city, a lot of skyscrapers, all of that. Ooh. California, they're up to like $5 a gallon of gas. So they gotta be up to like maybe 20%. I don't know. Speculating. I don't know the figures offhand, but I know in Chicago, actually, I have a receipt here that I can look up. Hold on. Hope I didn't rip it up. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Is this in Chicago? No, this was actually in Romeoville, or Joliet, shall I say. Okay, tax. Let's see. Okay, so I have an item. I don't even see the subtotal. This sucks. Anyway, I got a perfect idea. Perfect. Give me a minute. Oh, while you guys are waiting, you guys can go check out my music at www.soundcloud.com/musicalprof. I think you'll like it. I think you'll enjoy it. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Okay. Here we go. Yes. In Illinois, it is 10%. Okay, so I have an item here. I'm just going to give a rough figure. I have an item here that's $450. The tax on it came out to be $43. That's about 10%. Not exactly, but it's about 10%. That's a problem. Because that's a lot of tax. Where do you think that tax is going? Think about that. A lot of you might say it might be going to education. No, it's not going to education. I can tell you that right now. Trust me. The education system has been destroyed in Chicago, in Illinois, to be exact. Nobody cares about CPS. Nobody. Why do you think those teachers went on strike? Because they wouldn't pay them. But apparently teachers in Illinois make about $75,000 a year as a salary, which is ridiculous. Anyway, what I'm saying is that tax doesn't go to where you think it goes. Again, this is my own personal opinion. I honestly think that tax, it goes to actually pay the people that are in office, in government. Think about that. I mean, think about how big our country is. You have 50 states, right? 50 states. If you don't count Alaska, 49. Whatever. I don't care. 50 states in the United States. Think about how many people are actually in this country. Think about how much tax flows from each one of those states. Think about how much money this country makes off of our money, off of our hard work, off of our spending, off of our consuming. I mean, take a gander one day and just say, I'm going to just roughly say about a billion people in this country. I mean, it may be less, but hey, humor me. Say about 1 billion people in this country. And if each state has a tax of roughly 10%, which I hope it isn't, because that would be terrible for each state. And you have 50 states, 10%, wow, dog. You multiply all that together, 10% of 50 is 5, but you don't want that. You want, anyway, if you compound all of that together, you have a lot of money. A lot of money. Depending on whatever that person buys. And people buy a lot every single day. So you're constantly paying tax on whatever you buy. Now, some states, they don't have state tax. Some states don't have sales tax. But there's tax on a lot of things. And if you really think about how much money you spend on a regular basis, like today, I can tell you that I spent about $500 in one day. I'm not going to tell you what I spent it on because it's none of your business, but I can tell you that I spent about $500. That's a lot of money. How much tax was on each one of those things? Every transaction I made, how much tax was that? That's just one person. Think about the average person who spends maybe $1,000 or $5,000 if they have that kind of money, you know. People paying bills, mortgages. Where do you think that stuff goes? All of that tax. All of that tax. That's a lot of money, man. I just want you to think about that type of stuff, man. That's the kind of stuff I think about pretty much on a regular basis now. I don't claim myself to be enlightened or anything like that, but I am a seeker. I am someone who's seeking the truth. Someone who's seeking to sift through all of the sift through all the impure waters in order to find the fresh rain. That's nice. I like that. I'm gonna use that as a Facebook status. Anyway, yeah, this is just a little video. I said I was gonna make it quick. It's about 12 minutes, but I hope you guys. I hope you. Okay, sorry, I just had to laugh about that. Anyway, deuces. Yeah. Tell me what you guys think. Comments, whatever, below. However. Yeah. Peace.